Welcome back to Powerhouse. We've talked about ductless mini splits before. This is a heating and cooling system all in one. And oftentimes you'll see it used in applications like a room addition, or let's say a room is converted and traditional ductwork just can't go that far. Well, it's gaining more and more popularity in heating and cooling an entire home. And that's what we're looking at today. With us is Andrew Senti with Mitsubishi Electric. And Andrew, can you explain to us just kind of an overview of how this process works?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty simple system. We have a system that sits outdoors, and then what we're doing is we're feeding a set of refrigerant lines into the house. In an application like this, where we're having multiple indoor units, we'll actually feed we call a branch box up here, either in the ceiling or in the basement. From that branch box, we'll feed various indoor units like this.
Like this.
Yep, correct. And the beautiful thing, the way this system operates is, let's say we're in heating mode and you set this unit for 72 degrees. It's going to send that signal back through the branch box to the outdoor unit and say, hey, I need 72 degrees of heating. So that compressor in that outdoor unit is going to react just so it delivers just enough energy to maintain the 72 degree set point.
Okay. What are the advantages of having many units throughout a house compared to one central heating and cooling system?
With multiple indoor units scattered throughout the house, we can in turn have various set points throughout the house. So if they want it 68 degrees in this bedroom and his kids want it in 72 degrees, they have that flexibility, unlike most systems.
How much does a project like this cost?
It really depends on the application. A house like this could range anywhere from $8,000 to $30,000. But the industry estimate is a heat pump is about 40% more efficient than a natural gas furnace.
Great. Thank you so much, Andrew. This is great information.
Thank you.
The homeowner has another heating source in this house, and it's in-floor heating. Join us from Patterson Heating and Cooling is Brett Patterson. And Brett, let's try to simplify this for our viewers. What is in-floor heating?
In-floor heating is a source of heat that uses PEX tubing, similar to this here, that has water flowing throughout the house instead of large ductwork.
Okay, we're down in the lower level of the house here, and Brett, this I gotta say is pretty impressive as I look at this. Kind of walk us through what we're looking at here, and what does all this equipment mean?
Well, first off, we've got the heat source itself. It's a triangle tube, 95% efficient modulating boiler.
Okay.
That provides the heat for the whole system here. We've got a buffer tank here, which basically stores hot water at about 115 degrees. And we've got the distribution system here, our pumps, and our manifolds, and a couple different remote manifolds upstairs in this project as well.
Okay, so we look at the pumps here, and again, that's part of the zoned system, right, that
Yes.
comes with this?
Yes.
And that's a real plus for in-floor heating, right?
Makes it very easy to zone a system.
Okay.
A normal duct system, you've got a lot of extra ductwork in the house, takes up a lot of space. With the in-floor heat, a lot of design flexibility for the end consumer because all the heat sources in the floor.
Okay, and I'm looking at the tubing here, and then up here I can see it in the up here in the floor, and this is the tubing goes in here, kind of help us out.
Yes, the Rahal rowel plate staples up or nails up to the subfloor underneath of it. The PEX tubing gets snapped into that there. This is an all aluminum plate, so it transfers the heat very well.
How warm, Brett, does this plate get?
About 100 degrees.
Okay.
And that transfers to about 85 to 95 degree temperature on your floor upstairs.
And again, there's one of the benefits. It's a uniform heat across the rooms, right?
Yes, yep.
Okay. And that gets put up here, and explain as I pull this out for you.
Yes, yep. Once this is in place, stapled up to the subfloor, this foil insulation gets installed underneath it to help deflect that heat upstairs. So that radiant heat will be directed upstairs, not down here in the basement where we already have a heat source being the floor below us.
And you talk about the heat source in the floor. So the tubing here, we're in the lower level. You've got the tubing going in here, right?
Yes, yep. This tubing here is stapled to 2 inches of R10 foam insulation below the floor here to make this large mass a radiator.
Viewers on Powerhouse always interested in cost. What are we looking at in terms of cost for in-floor heating?
In-floor heating depends on the project itself. The average 1,500 square foot house with a boiler and in-floor heat in the whole basement runs about $15,000 to start with, and then kind of go up from there depending upon the project.
Okay. We may have viewers also out there looking in and say, geez, can I retrofit to my existing home? Is that a possibility?
Yes, it is. Rahal makes a couple different products that make that very easy. Ray Panel is a product that can be installed on top of your existing floor on the main floor of a house. Aluminum and plywood strips with the notches for the PEX to snap into. So it can be done better if it's done as part of a larger remodel project, but yes, it can be done.
Well, that's good to know. Again, well, Brett, I tell you, in-floor heating, a lot of neat things to learn about. And if you'd like to find out more about in-floor heating, go to our website at powerhousetv.com.